Evening, Free Enterprise 2, and welcome to another match here in the Eblan Elixir League Potion Party. We are in the middle of week 2 here, and we have a match between YoshiKyon and SokoSonex here. I hope I got those pronunciations right here. And here we are here, Edge Hero, and I'm just staring at Hook gating 2 objectives here as the first thing that comes up to me. Sandwich nicely on a giant clear here, so you got any other first impressions here, Boydrak?
Three key items actually needed instead of people have been saying about 2 key items, but we could very well have 3 with that hook there, and well, more because of the pink tail and rat tail. But yeah, there's a lot going on here, and it's interesting, especially with an edge hero. He's going to be quick. Everyone else is going to be a bit slower. It'll be an interesting little dynamic to see how they go around that agility situation.
It is definitely interesting, especially with most of my practice. I roll so many edge heroes, and it's interesting to see him outpace everybody, and then the boss, and then everybody else in your party is just struggling to catch up sometimes, unless you get like the double Mirasame around there. But yeah, but anyway, actually, before I even looked here, I suppose it would do here to actually point out the teams here that YoshiKyon is a New Moon and SokoSonex is an Unforced Errors here, and actually, I would actually have to put up, do we have records on there yet of how these teams are for the week? That's a good question.
We probably do on the actual website, but I haven't looked into that myself either. So yeah, we're coming in with a great set of knowledge right now, aren't we?
Absolutely here, and actually, let's just go find here in week 2 team detail. Oh, no, that's not it there, but week 2. There we go. Here it is.
While Nigel's doing that, unless you found it.
Yes, I did actually find it there. We have this is actually match 3 for them, and they are tied at 1. So this match will be deciding between the two of them here.
Playing for all the points for the week. That our team format is for the Eblan Elixir League is definitely playing out. Now everyone's playing for something, and these two, they're playing for something. They're playing for their points. Like,
I mean, we're always
for their team.
Yeah, we're always playing for something, but yeah, that's it's definitely it's you hate to use the word pressure, but sometimes there's just a little bit of it here, and yeah, with this kind of start, we're hoping to go fast. I see Edge. We could be seeing a very early Eblan Castle. We could be seeing a couple other things. You have Edge, but who do you want here as your second party member? Do you want a White Mage? Do you want a Rosa? Do you want somebody else who can hit with them, like a Sid or a Kane?
I want someone that can keep up. So, at least to start off with, so Rosa can do pretty well because Heroine Robe, Porum works as well. Oh, Palom isn't. Palom can do work a bit later on once you get some spells, but keeping up with Edge, that's not his thing.
Interesting that we have handed over an opening spoon, so I don't think we're going to dart that immediately here. It's on the table for be darted, but you're not unhappy to see an Edward at this point in time.
Well, with Artemis arrows and Artemis bows out there, you're not usually, if you find them, you're not really too bad at taking an Edward anyway. But we'll see. We've got a long way to go still. We've got to see who these characters are, and we should get a check with Yoshi going straight to Baron and find out who the character is in there.
Yeah, immediate divergence here. SokoSonex going straight to Watery Pass here. Gonna go for those higher value treasure chests here. And gonna get paid a little bit. We have our White Mage behind an Asura, which shouldn't be too much trouble for this team. But one thing I definitely want before I fight an Asura here at this point is possibly a second weapon for Edge. We do start with that assassin dagger, but Edge could have anything to a claw, to a middle sword, to something. A boomerang would be nice. Just get him back road there, but. Yeah, got a little bit opening looting, but knowing Rosa is in the seed and easily accessible is very nice, and actually gonna pull this into, it looks like a Kaipo check to see our bed character as well here.
Yeah. A lot of this actual area is about getting money to run to buy things. So and knowing what you need to buy in advance, such as you've got Rosie heroin robes. You easily take one of those. You've got an Edge. You want some ninja weapons, and knowing what you want to buy is a good thing.
Speaking of knowing what you want to buy, that was a Dark Knight Cecil in the Sid. So we also know that Cecil is in. Oh my, and there's a Masamune's in Kaipo there. So these party members right now, they want a lot of money to get this off the ground, but the money is out there, so.
Well, every chest you open, apart from the trap chest, is going to be money. So yeah, you're going to find it. Could be as little as 30. It could be as much as 65,000.
Speaking of 65,000, there was a 65,000 chest in the Damsian basement.
Raising the hook here, yeah, this is probably good idea. Well, raising this hovercraft because you've got two objectives that require it. Might as well get it up early, and it's very quick money checks in in the Damsian Underground.
Yeah, it's no secret that neither of these runners probably really don't want to touch that giant objective, but it is up there in case those tails are hiding, or we have something extremely rude in one of our boss slots, which does happen a little bit more often. There's a Thunderclaw and Mute Arrows in the Troya weapon shop. I like to see both of those.
A lot of people will quick purchase a Thunderclaw because it's just so good, especially with an edge or Yang available. A lot of enemies are weak to that Thunder element, so not picked up yet, but probably in the back of their mind.
Leviathan Orb in the item shop in case Iridia decides to come around here. And Cure 2 is one of the things I'm also really happy to find, even knowing Rose is there. Just a big stack of Cure 2s can it's usually a little faster than it's going to your magic menu most of the time there, for given what they heal. So, decent finds at Troya, and as one of our runners know, that Kaipo has all the goods here.
So really much this is really the standard opening that you're going to see on a lot of these, running around picking up a whole lot of money, checking every single shop because you want to find these things. And this is where you have to really pay attention to your own routing and your own actual your wants, because if you can't just.
Interesting that dancing daggers were in Kaipo, but I see what you get. Yeah, most party member setups, you just cannot go out and running very quickly here. Edge is a little bit of an outlier, just given because he's Edge there, but
because he's Edge, you can go over. You can go a little bit quicker once you get those items. So when do you stop? When do you go starting on these checks? That's the big point of this early game. When are you happy to go to get started?
Yeah, and one of the biggest price checks in the game right there. We did see the biggest of holy sticks, the crystal sword, in at the Fabul weapon shop here. So it just looks like we're going to do a little equipping, and I believe SokoSonex says, or SokoSonex, I will get that and not try to rush through that. That's a starting boomerang for Edge. That's huge. He's back road already.
Karate Gi's picked up as well. Both found those in Troya. Yeah, that's enough to get edge going, and we can find better, find more stuff later, and yeah, just go with that and see what happens.
Yep,
See what bosses we got.
Yep, Yoshi's going to give us a peek of Mist, which we haven't seen yet here. Small amount, decent amount of money in the grass there. And rune rings are pretty nice.
And Dr. Mammoth in the Antlion Cave. Not too far gone from where they usually are in the normal.
Yeah, and Octomam, a little bit easier just due to that whole predilection to just being one of those bosses, just punch, punch, punch. But you don't mind seeing it just because of as you keep getting rid of some of those arms there. That does get slower and slower as you do so, and there's our hook already. Wow, okay, so either tail picked up is now an objective.
It opens up a couple of things for later. No, any of the tails that you find basically means you don't have to do one of the other things, which are the standards. So defeating the king or queen of the Town of Monsters, as Cave Bahamut or the Mazamune altar on the moon, or finding both pieces of forge. So this is a great pickup.
Yep, speaking of Masa, Yoshi did pick up one from Kaipo there, and along with the strength ring, so that edge is going to do a lot of good early work here.
Going to find out who our character up on Hobbs is today.
Yeah, I've kind of got this thought here that while you have this edge at high power and not much there's a Porom there, so we have both white mages in play here. Yeah, to go along with the Palom there, this party here, assuming we grab everybody who we've seen, is actually going to be pretty good. Is going to run pretty well here.
Yeah, possible Crystal or Cecil if you take the time to go up ordeals. Those two white mages for berserking, blinking, healing things. Palom, who can sweep as long as you get him fast enough with the quakes. And yeah, this team is going to be a force.
I would actually consider, knowing that Cecil is in the seed, I would consider just taking your early edge and just mashing through ordeals immediately.
Yeah, if you've picked up a Mazamune, along with the Assassin Dagger, yeah, going up ordeals is going to be a very quick trip.
Again, one thing here is we do see Yoshi picking up a few more of the chests here, which I actually don't hate here. Yeah, Antline's a little bit weird here on it. Oh, Crystal Ring from the Full Defense. Not an objective, but nice to have. But anyway, as I was getting out of here, between Cecil, who wants a sword that cost him 215k roughly, or 210k, sorry, which is about the same as two Masamunes there, and that's not even getting into the physical, power shirts, Zeus gauntlets, that kind of stuff. This party wants a Scrooge McDuck amount of money here. They want the whole money bin. They need enough to swim in to afford everything they'd actually want.
Yeah, and yeah, the mages might be able to get away with a few of the a few things, but they still want some money. Porom and Rosa, either of them would like a heroin robe that's in the 40,000 range. The rune rings that we saw earlier, they're 20,000 if you want to have that little extra. Yeah, even Palom, although he doesn't take a whole lot of money, you still want a few things for him to up his stats.
Oh yeah, I mean, even then, Sork Robe is 30. If you come across a Stardust Rod, that's 60. And even then, stuff that everybody wants, crystal rings here, which, they are possibly one of the be-all, end-all, one of the best armor pieces that you can get. in this flag set, just because how readily available they may be, and the agility manipulation, of course. Here, Edge is fast.
I swear by crystal rings in this flag set because they're good for every single anchor, every single hero, either to speed up the rest of the party or make. If it's an Edge, you want to speed up everyone else. If it's a slow person like Sid or Teller, you still want to speed up everyone else. So crystal rings are absolutely amazing. They are your thing.
Yep. I mean, I have seen Protect Rings also. I mean, they're not bad. They just don't do as much as a Crystal Ring does there. The Tri-Elemental defense is great, and that's fairly free there in the Baron Inn. Past the Sura is just some orbs.
For Edge, who's back road, yeah, this is fine. You've got a white mage that can cure 2. Yeah, it's cure 2. But it's still enough to get the healing going on this to keep you topped up.
Now, if there is Iridia in the back of this, ooh, nice hats as well. Those are ninja hats. Also great agility manipulation. Murasames, which are really good for Edge Hero, is they will actually slow him down a little closer to the rest of the group with that -5 agility on there. Yeah, that's actually really big to find with an Edge Hero.
In the infirmary just to see if we've got a trap chest in there. The number of times I've seen that trap chest in there is ridiculous, especially when it may be required to get that magma key. At this point, we haven't seen it yet.
No. Well, I mean, it could be on Mad Ogres as well. Didn't see any Mute Daggers. Would love to have one of those for that, given this party here, but yeah, down goes the CPU, so Yoshi will be picking up that Rosa here. These chests have been... never mind, there it is. I was about to say, these chests have been pretty good, actually, in terms of money there. So at least while you're looking for that double Staleman chest... Now, this is interesting. Oh, no, there it is there. So I don't know if either of the twins are going to start living. Oh, this could be a little dicey here. Is going to that hourglass. Can Palom? Oh no. Uh-oh.
I don't think she lost the hourglass though, which might be a bit of luck because I think Palom got hit. No, she did. There was a tick, but so have lost a hourglass in that, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's pretty huge now. The good news is Edge should be mostly able, especially some of the levels here, to take what you need in Fable Castle here. But yeah, losing an hourglass is big here.
Yeah, you can sometimes keep the hourglass, but it literally you have to be hit in the same tick as you throw it, essentially. So it's a very tight window to keep.
And the thing is, I kind of actually get, it's just that this chest was so far back now. If this was first chest, I would have reset out and, saved my hourglass immediately. But the Soko is almost completely done with Eblan Cave here and had most of it looted out. That would have been one heck of a time loss, and that's another Murasame.
Saves a bit of money, so more money to possibly buy the crystal sword later, but that's about it.
Interesting here that Soko sees a Bahamut as the boss, a duplicate Porum, and is walking out saying no thanks to all of it here, and is gonna leave the Mad Ogre's chest back alone. I did see a Dwarf Axe for sale over on Yoshi's side there. But yeah, is gonna walk out of here. Does have the double Mura, so I mean that's at least decent there. As we do see that everybody on Yoshi's side is apparently going to get an Elven Bow, at least caster-wise here.
Elven bows are pretty good for all of them. They're good. they're good accuracy and do have wisdom upgrades aids for the Palams, so not a bad choice.
Yep, did see the Warriors chest. Not sure where that exactly was there as I was paying attention to the other side here. But yeah, actually having double Mura, Soko's not going to see the great effects of that immediately, but having double Mura is actually going to be great for later in the seed in helping everybody else stay in step with that edge.
It's about to pick up their Magma Key as well once Asura is down and CPU immediately after.
And Yoshi's just getting a pile of money here, is avoiding the Warriors chest for now, as this is a really early Feymarch dive. You do get the freebie, and you do get the info at what bosses you're going to see here. Unfortunately, not many of them. Oh, that's a twin harp. That is music. That is a key item check way out there in the middle of nowhere that nobody in their right mind would do, right?
Well, we do have a team that literally in the competition that is literally Twin Harp Traders Anonymous.
They don't seem very anonymous with that kind of team name, but
well, Antlion's in a place that happens.
oh, that is definitely an antlion.
So is
That
Oko.
is an Ogopogo. That is rude right there. That is that Ogopogo was put on this blue planet to punch things and do some big waves, and that Ogopogo is going to do both very well.
Yeah, you really want the Rattail and Pigtail right now.
Yes, you do. Boy, about that twin harp looking better and better these days, right?
Well, at least you get the music. Fan service.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
We do have the music connoisseur in the background, after all.
I mean, did roll the seed in all this, so you know that's definitely a thing here. So again, that is a pretty rude Feymarch, though. Antlion, no joke there, in one of the fastest spots in the game there. So yeah, that's not a nice Feymarch in any shape or word here, as both do have their Magma Key and are going underground right now. Now, I'm going to guess both of them are going to leave Dwarf on the table. Palam does not get the warp spell until level 29.
That's a very long time away. And we're getting to the end of the shop checks for both the runners. So things are going to start picking up in the check area.
School, and I saw consultant on the job, Dwarf. I missed the middle word.
Oh, there's the power sash. Edge is ready.
Yeah, Edge is definitely ready with that power there. We'll plant consultant.
Don't the schools usually leave the students to look after the plants?
Well, I mean, if you want the plants to die, sure. I mean, I wouldn't trust the students to the plants.
Maybe not, but they get to examine them afterwards.
Yep, and and Yoshi picks up a chest and says, "Well, that's not what I wanted to see, or it was what she wanted to see." And yeah, it's just immediate, very quick monsters chest, and a sylph kind of haunted in these flags, not entirely haunted, but you really don't want your progression to be down there, which is why I'm personally hoping that both tails are down in this sylph cave.
There's not a good way of, because of the Edge Hero and Palam not really being up to speed, there's not a good way of really clearing these trap chests easily. So you're in a little bit of a quandary if there is something here.
we did find those power sashes. We did also find the black belts in Eblan proper here. So, I guess Soko did not find the power sash over in Tamra yet. But is kind of equipping up. The question is, Palam's level 17. He will not get to 29, but is marching up to take this dwarf castle here.
That's a Golbez.
That's a Golbez.
I don't mind the early dwarf play, but seeing Golbez here, I think I would prefer to come back later when with maybe some protection against both the instant deaths or the paralysis.
Yep. Early Star Veils, I don't know if those are going to hang around long, and then again, it's also the whole, oh wow, Yoshi did see that Cecil, and it looks like did put down money trying to invest in that crystal sword here.
needs 2,000 more. Luckily, in a place where there's money.
It's saying Cecil or bust here. Interesting.
We don't know when Cecil's going to pick up.
Yeah, we don't know when Cecil's going to be picked up. But we also have not seen any of the Eblan castle chests. All those are still unchecked.
Soko might have a little bit of an issue, not only because of the Star Veil, but two of the people that got the Star Veils up went down to the bites. The last one was Porum, whose Star Veil is probably not even there anymore.
No, that opening level Rosa there too. That's virus. I mean, and the thing is, even if you do, that veil is still there. How long will it stick around here?
Needs to stick around for 2 more.
Yeah, 2 more casts would get Golbez at the very least here. I'm gonna use a life staff, try to pick up Rosa, it looks like. Once that XP, which...
Yeah, there goes the Star Veil.
Oh no! And that's the game right there, unfortunately. Yeah, Dwarf Castle, not a bad play. It's definitely time to come back, as Yoshi does get the Crystal Ring out of the football defense. Did also, I believe, tap Sheila here, so gonna go see what Sheila 1 is holding on to, and is raiding some of these chests, and that would be Crystal Sword money right there. So are you gonna pick up a Crystal Sword on the way out, Yoshi? We will see here in just a moment, but
well, if you want money.
Oh wow,
there's a lot of it.
That's an Earth Crystal, and I would you know what? We've got a Twin Harp, we've got an Earth Crystal, and we need 2 tails. I would that Twin Harp into Zot routing is looking really good here.
Yeah. The one small wish I have with Yoshi's pickup right there, did just pick up the Crystal Sword. Hasn't done ordeals. No, the only side of Cecil we've seen at the moment is the Sand Ruby, which we don't have. Might have been a little bit premature. You might have found one by the time you got.
Yeah, I totally agree. Actually, the one thing, just kind of being a little bit devil's advocate here, is we do know that Yoshi does have access to that Earth Crystal. Now, I do believe Yoshi would have picked that up without, because she was already selling the farm for it. But I mean, you're about to get most likely reimbursed. Wow, that is oh my, that is a treasury that exists. Yeah, we're gonna say
nothing
that,
really big there though. There was a couple of 40,000 and 65,000, but nothing really massive.
Yeah, the top half definitely had a little bit more there. I'm going to say at least did get paid back for that Crystal Sword, which is pretty much what she wanted there, I'm gonna guess. As Soko gets the bad news of what is lurking down there in the Fame Arch there. Does not know that Sparkle is Ogopogo. We know that it's there, that it is lurking, that it wants to do bad things to our entire party. White shirts, I miss those in the Fey Marsh. With this party, that's I'm not mad at it there.
Yoshi is deciding not to go to the Twin Harp yet. Usually the play is Twin Harp into Earth, but no, not for Yoshi today. Hey, as we said, Twin Harp is way out there, but you're in the area, so we'll see if it pays off.
Yeah, this is generally the closest you're going to get to that Twin Harp check. So, yeah, it is at least mildly surprising, but again, it is a longer check, and this could just be I don't want to check that fade, and I totally get it as Soko's going into Lower Babel here.
There's 4 trap chests here. A little bit of experience, but you do need to be aware that you need to stop that alert before Edge really starts swinging at the moment, because he doesn't have the attack power.
Yeah, and I can't remember if either one of them picked up that Thunderclaw in Troya, because I think Edge might be able to do with that Thunderclaw, but not so much here, as the Flame Dog only pays out in a defense sword, which is not terrible, but not what you're looking for with this party. And knowing what we have here,
might be good to throw it at this first boss, because 9,000 experience, 9,000 hit points to get through for this team is a little bit daunting.
Yeah, both parties here are definitely, we haven't seen much in the way of combat on either one of them here. Again, Eblan Castle hasn't been done. We've seen Antlion, we've seen the Full Defense, and we've seen Mount Hobbs. But other than that, it's been a lot of looting, a lot of preparation. And yeah, that's kind of a big thing here. We have another lunar boss, and that's a Wyvern. What is our Witchburn today here? And more importantly, are we going to get enough damage out here? Because while... Oh, it has the Lion's counter, which is hilarious. But the issue here is this has roughly about 9,000 hit points, and we don't have Berserk yet. I would think long and hard about darting that defense sword here, as you just said, because as soon as that wall comes up, those nukes are going to happen. And Soko is going... and is the first one to make the Eblan Castle play. This is going to be great for levels here, providing you keep most of your party up.
She is missing those hourglasses, though, that she used in Cave of Blana.
Yeah, yeah, it just depends on which fight you find first here. Again, all the money here is we're going to keep a little bit of an eye here on this Wyvern fight. Edge is outspeeding this Wyvern pretty well here. Again, we're just trying to get as much damage as we can. Nope, Wyvern does go down before the nukes start flying, so that's huge. That's really good.
That was, yeah, Edge slowing and Wyvern down so much that Wyvern just didn't get a look in, even with everyone else not really doing too much. The speed just worked.
Here is the is going to use the final hourglass here on the Staleman and Skull Chest, which, to be fair, if I'm going to use one, but Yoshi is getting the wonderful news for her. That's a Dark Knight Cecil. That's a Crystal Sword already in the inventory. Is there any universe where Yoshi doesn't go immediately to Mount Ordeals after this?
With a Crystal Sword in the inventory? No. Rydia as well. We might see Rydia picked up instead of the Porum, because we did see the Rosa.
Yeah, we did see Bahamut in the Cave Eblan shop here, and is thinking about it and says no thanks, is letting Rydia go by here.
I can understand it, because Rydia will take a little bit to get online, is having to use more money to buy equipment and that Bahamut. Well, you've got everything you want for the Cecil, and between Rosa and Porm, you've got one Berserk each for both Cecil and Edge.
Yep, and I totally missed it. That was an orange item that Soko... Oh, it is the package. Okay. Yep, Soko is finding out, unfortunately, that no more hourglasses exist, and this Mad Ogre's chest is going to have to be taken the long way here. Might be a little confused thinking that only used 2 and didn't have the 3rd there, but I mean, Edge with the equipment on him should be able to handle most of this. Okay, does have a Berserk spell ready here. And chat actually bringing up Counter Thought for Rydia is level 12 warp. Yeah, that's actually a pretty decent counter argument there. The Rydia would have warp a lot sooner. Oh, I forgot about the Elvamos. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this shouldn't be too much of a problem for Soko. Should get through this here. Oh, yeah, Porm knows Berserk even better.
I think Soko isn't really going to worry about the warp issue because she knows where that Golbez is in the way now. So probably going to do a whole load of other things, get a whole load of extra experience. So Palom is going to have warp by that point. Yoshi, on the other hand, the amount that she's done, I don't think she's worrying either. That she's probably she's going to go up ordeals now. Now, probably going to do Eblan as well at some point. She's going to have enough experience as well, so that might be the thinking.
I wanted to get that XP on Rosa. I had a life potion queued up on the Rosa, and the Mad Ogre said no thanks. As Zot pays out in a Luca key. Not what you want to see, but
I believe that was Darkness.
That was absolutely Darkness Crystal. Darkness Crystal in Eblan Castle. How interesting.
So we are one item from go mode, either of the tails.
That yeah, we are in a Darkness +1. However, this would also imply that that our party members do something about that Fey March and go up the Giant, which is definitely a little bit daunting at the moment here. But
Giant actually seems easier than Fey March right now, considering all the bosses we've seen.
True, considering what's in the Fey March, unless it's like exactly like DKC at CPU or something like that.
Yep, here comes the expected play. Yoshi went did a couple of quick purchases, strength rings mostly, but immediately after, here comes ordeals. Let's get that Cecil. Paladin.
He has a crystal sword and he wishes to use it. But the question here is, knowing that Eblan Castle does have a required check, how long until Yoshi comes back and checks it?
For her sake, it will need to be quick, because you can go a very long way without doing Eblan and search everything else. So yeah, it would need to be quick, but we'll see where if she goes after this. It could already be on her mind to go there. We don't know.
Yep, Soko getting a little bit of a res loop here. That Lamia just does not want Rosa to stay alive to get any of this XP here. And yeah, just keeps punching, and this is a free, you don't really want to see that in the back attack slot. As Soko says, never mind, we're just going to have Edge, but I hope that's been hit, because that charm counter is going to come up, and this could be dicey.
He's now going to hit himself.
Oh no!
Charm, and yeah.
and I think Soko did walk out and save, so that is not the entirety of the. It is just going back for that fight there. So good news is did not lose Eblan Castle progress there.
Yoshi threw both, and now we've got an edge crystal room, which honestly, you don't worry about this, no matter what the enemy. Edge has a lot of ways to get through this very quickly.
Yeah. Whereas a lot of characters do have a little bit of issue sometimes, depending on who they are. Getting through this ordeals check, Edge is probably the one with the least amount of issue, period. And we do get paid in a sorcerer robe, which is not a key item, and we're doing this for power, but again, Crystal Sword Cecil is very hard to pass up, and I'm not even mad to see a Mom Bomb there. That as a boss, I
have seen this Mom Bomb in the crystal room so many times. You have to wait it out for the explosion, and then you have to kill the bombs afterwards. Edge has got ways to do it, but this is probably the slowest one for Edge.
And that is a Sand Ruby, so Soko is actually going to get paid out in that Cecil without having to go to Zot here. Is going to miss the Rydia if she is interested in that, but is going to be able to turn that in, grab a Dark Knight, and I would assume is probably going to be beelining Ordeals as well. We do know no key item progression there, but I can't see her turning down this Paladin. I'm going to guess also does know where that is. It is going to pick up a Masamune there. Yeah, that paired with the Murasame will at least leave Edge agility neutral here. Does see that Cecil and says, yes, that is relevant to my interests here. So actually, that was 3 key items, I believe, all in Eblan Castle there. All 3 trap chests were live.
Yeah. Quick thing for PMA KFL. When one of the flags we have is Sea Hero. Basically, in terms of ordeals, what it does is it changes the crystal or changing room for Cecil back to its one-on-one area, but for your hero. So in this case, we've got an Edge hero. Edge takes on the fight in there alone, and because of that, everyone else waits outside. If you do have a Cecil, he still does get changed into a Paladin, but it's all unseen, and you only have the one person going into that fight. Yes.
Yeah, got to do a quick little recap here for PMAK, or for Noob Tree here. Edge Palom Start, Spoon as the opening key item, no Bard in sight, of course, for it there. Big things here, as we do have an Ogopogo in the King slot and an Antlion in the Queen slot in the Fey March. Darkness is in Eblan Castle, and it does look like Yoshi will be heading there very soon. Here, Cecil starts with a Drain Sword, why not? Is going to back row that Cecil as one does here before handing it.
I don't see a Drain Sword, I see a Crystal Sword in that hand.
Well, I mean, it was there for a little bit. Yep, Soko is going to get this Earth Crystal here from Sheila 1. As we know that the Luca key is in the back of Crystal. We do know that Rydia and Cecil are at Zot. And Yoshi getting the news there. I guess hadn't been over here to Eblan Cave here. Did not know that Bahamut was there. Kind of wondering if that might have changed anything there. And I didn't actually look to see if Soko did look in that shop again. Says, wait a minute, there's a Crystal Sword here, and I have a Cecil now. Did spend a bunch of money in that Masamune, but would have enough to just straight out buy that Crystal Sword out of Fabul here.
Tried to get a little bit more money from that Earth Crystal. We know there's not a whole lot here, but it's still a lot of money.
Yeah. So we're going to see here Yoshi is checking. We do know the Mad Ogre's chest. It did not have had a Mirror Same. That is correct. That is what the Mad Ogre's chest had. Again, for an edge hero, that is a good piece of agility manipulation right there here. But Yoshi saw a duplicate Porum and a Bahamut at the hook boss and said, I don't feel like chasing this. Don't feel like chasing this, so did not go to the Mad Ogre's chest here. Soko is exiting after getting all that money. And I wonder, I mean, I assume this is going to be the Ordeal's play with that Cecil in tow.
Making a stop back off for Ball. Here comes the Crystal Sword purchase, and then off to Ordeal's.
Yep. Meanwhile, these Stalemen are giving Yoshi a little bit of the business here. It's two sleeping party members. Edge gets through it here with by the power of Ninja Steel here, but that fight's just dangerous unless you're horribly overpowered. The good news from that fight here is just looking at the level ups there. Quake Kid did get Quake here, so his namesake is there. He is online and ready to go. More importantly, he is 6 levels away from that warp spell.
And that's all getting a little bit of a boost as well. Now up to level 15. You don't need a lot, but you'll take all the levels you can get.
No, that edge is going really, really fast. That's a Ninja Hat double masa, and I didn't see. Is he wearing the crystal ring as well? Is that 18 agility going to this edge?
If it is, it works because Edge can still do a whole lot of work with that speed. If he's especially in these earlier spots on the overworld, he's going to outspeed everything by a lot, so he's going to get 2-3 turns to their 1.
Yep. It does look like Yoshi may be making the play here for that Mad Ogre's chest that Soko did abandon here. So our question does come down to is, was it worth it, or was it a good fade here? Or we will see that momentarily as Soko is gonna see almost all the elements here. Actually, it looks like might finish it here in this next edge swipe.
Most likely.
That's a little rough here. That Ogre's chest is buried in the back. It looks like almost 2 more. K-Foul, the Sea Hero flag it's been on in 1 tournament before. This is the 2nd tournament where it has been used. It is definitely a thing. Yeah, they'll always gain that XP, and they will always be the anchor there. So yeah, Edge is going to be a thing. But yeah, it's been a while here. It just really depends on the tournament as to whether it will be or not. And we do get the fortunate or unfortunate news here that the trap chest of the Mad Ogres is all the way in the back.
All the way in the back, but if because it's here, if it's nothing, you can just say bye and reset out. That's really the best part about it.
Yeah, that is pretty much the best part of it here. Now, hear me out here. I would finish this out, and even if it's absolute junk, I at least take a look at the KQE position just to see if there's a super cheeky D-Mist hanging around there.
Yes, if you're here, yeah, absolutely. It's most likely not because of the law of numbers, but yeah.
Weirder things have happened. Getting to the Paladin room is going to have Paladin parity here in just a moment. Last Mad Ogre is down, and the survey says for our prize is, drumroll please, it's the Adamant Rock. Well, that's interesting.
That's something you want to take out. So that's one of those things that you want to take out, but you know you can get away with if you don't, because you've got Rat Tail and Pink Tail on the table.
You do have those, but yeah, we gotta find both those tails. We do have the hook at least, so that's nice. But I am looking at those Feymarch bosses, and now mind you, that Cecil is going to change a little bit there. Both white mages, you get them both to at least Cure 3, get some crystal rings. They're looking a little bit different here. It's with this party, they're not looking terrible, but it's still a fight I don't want to do.
Yeah. Well, it's we'll have to see how confident and our runners are here for that. Those two bosses, as we know, are just destruction incarnate in those spots. So how confident are you to say, I'm going to do this now? Am I going to wait until the very end? Am I just going to leave one of them?
Yeah, right now I'm not touching. Well, I'm definitely not touching that Ogopogo here. I would want both of my white mages to at least be Cure 3 and possibly Cure 4 viable. But I mean, even at this point, that Ogo is gonna take his pick of whoever's in the party and just say, after the two big waves, I'm gonna knock you down, and there's not really much you can do about it at this point.
Yeah, even Cecil at this point doesn't have enough armor, and if you are trying cover strats with that, you're leaving everyone else to be one shot by the wave. So it's a difficult fight to just
now the good news
manage easy.
Yeah, the good news is Yoshi is in Eblan Castle right now, is going to get paid out in those 3 key items. Now, that Sand Ruby is unfortunately dead for her because that Cecil is already in the party, but and that packages, but I believe by my count here, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So those 2 key items will put Yoshi at 10 key items in the XP boost that does go along with that. Okay, Val, we do not talk about the Crystallis Tink book here. Not right now. I'll explain later.
Soko has her paladin just about to raise up that big whale.
This, because hair dryers are a thing, and that's a wonderful slingshot to a level 1 Cecil.
Yeah, and getting some information about what you're facing up here might be a good thing. They're long. It's a long way down just to check the Mazamune altar, but if you go down there, find something you're not going to fight, at least you know you've got to do yet another objective somewhere else.
Yep, and we are still we're still not in go mode yet. We now Yoshi does need either the Legend Sword or either one of the tails to be so, or we'll get the Darkness Crystal out of Eblan, so is going to hit at least key item parity in term. Well, actually going to go a little bit ahead in key items there with that Adamant Rock. Yeah, Soko's sitting at we'll be sitting at 8 here. Wait, did I miscount elsewhere here? Yeah, okay, no, I'm good. Soko is now going back up lower Babil. Gonna be a lot better in this case just because, hey, you know what, one-shots, well, I was about to say Cecil, that 12-18 is not enough to get there, but this party is definitely good enough to fend off at least one Chimera.
Cecil didn't one-shot either, got 12-20, so...
After the small amount of levels from this fight, that should change here fairly quickly. Even just 4,400 is going to get how many levels here? 14, yeah. Level 15 Cecil, just a little bit better than a level 1 Cecil, and the prize is a Zoo Skull. That'll help.
Switching out for the crystal ring, not a bad thing. I mean, the crystal ring is probably better suited for Rosa or Porum at the moment to get the berserks happening quicker.
Very much agreed there. Yeah, if you get that berserks up there, yeah, I might just actually. Edge is not going to one-shot these eyeballs. I might just try to pass Cecil at this point and see if he can do it with his newfound. Oh, yep, that would have done it.
There's still 2 more out there, so Soko is probably going to be switching to that for the next couple. Well, but a little bit of extra experience isn't a miss at this stage.
No. And again, just one of these key items here as Yoshi does pick up the package and goes to 10. And Soko is going to see a nice hat out of the second chest there. So 2 pieces of gear, but nothing we're really looking for just yet here. Kind of nice to see that. And I see 2 of those. Third one very early. We've seen 3 of the alerts in the first 2 floors here.
There was the adjustment immediately. He saw that Cecil was one-shotting. Defend on edge, Cecil swing.
Yep. And with 10 key items, yeah, Yoshi's saying, "Hey, wait a minute. This is a good time to go do Dwarf Castle here because now Palom knows Warp, so we're not really gonna be." Oh, and Soko says, "I thought Soko did back. Maybe I'll look at the. Maybe it's just a little bit of seed bleed from both ways here. Does put Rosa? Nope. Now Porum in front here, and
yeah, swapping out Rosa at this point is a much better white mage than Porum. Porum might have exit and berserk, but Rosa has it at this stage, and Cecil has exit. So yeah, giving Rosa the equipment, and she's who's got a whole lot more hit points, makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, we'll make it to Cure 3 faster, most of the big ticket spells faster, and a deeper HP pool as well, as I am just now reminded that Dwarf 1 was not fun here, as Soko does find the last trap chest on the 3rd floor, so hey, that's nice.
Here's Golbez.
Only mildly away from what he's normally guarding here, and we do find well, that's not painful, but when you just switched out all your white magic there, and then the next chest comes and says, "Hey, I'm a life stick. You could have had 2 of me," and it's just a little unfortunate. However, it does mean Soko can just say, "I don't need to open another box. I just get to walk to the top now." And go see what is on top of Lower Babel here.
Here comes the Demolishes from Golbez, well, from Shadow Dragon. And there goes the the one that wasn't paralyzed, and that's everyone you don't want eaten.
Yeah, pretty much there. I mean, either one of the twins should be able to get a veil here, but
are you sure? How quick are they compared to Edge?
Yeah, compared to Edge, that's definitely a thing here. Porum did get to the menu, but there's the virus. Oh no! And can Palom get one here? Might need a. Nope, he got it. Okay. Meanwhile, a boss about to have a really bad day pictured on Soko's side here.
It's like Cecil with a crystal sword, is there?
I hear that's pretty good.
Actually, 8,100 without berserk, so yeah, Dark Elf is just about to say bye.
Yep. Did knock down that Porum. Does look like okay. The life one's gonna come out before the next Cecil swing.
But so did the Dark Breath.
What a jerk! No XP for the Porum. And this is actually a fairly decent spot, 22-3 there, and that's a little bit down from normal. But, I mean, if one white mage is going to get the XP, yeah, Rose is probably the one I'd want it to go to anyway. And just a defense sword, keyless tower, one big old zonk here, and nothing
including
doing.
all the trap chests.
Yeah,
absolutely nothing.
Yep, so we've got nothing there. We've got our 2 checks here. We've got our 7 checks in Sylph still available. We have the Twin Harp. We have seen the Earth Crystal already been put up there. But we're running out of places to check here. We do have a Demist, which is also still at large somewhere.
Yeah, I think Wolf might be the next play for Soko. Yeah, she knows that Golbez is there. But there's 2 key item checks, and I think has enough experience on Palom for Warp now.
If it's not, it's going to be really close. But is going to make a liar out of me here and is moving over to... Now, both of them have checked Sheila 1 here, and Soko does know that this is a monster's chest here. And, okay, that Palom is level 26 here. Yeah, I mean, it's a little cheeky, but it should work here. The biggest thing here is if it's a ghost no, wait, it was the Dark Trees and Moorball fight, I believe, is what this was here. So,
it's a dangerous one on that one, but Cecil in the back row edge should be able to handle it.
Yeah, I do need to hope that Bad Breath doesn't hit the people you don't want it to hit here, which is anybody, but yeah, if you can get lucky and they just don't hit that front row, oh, well, there goes Quake.
There goes Quake, but you've got the Crystal Sword or Cecil being berserked up right now, so you don't worry now.
Meanwhile, third Cecil showing himself in with a Baigen here, which is not terrible. Yeah, both those two gonna dispense with that body right quick here. Should get some turns coming back around before those arms explode on them, but well, those arms aren't gonna really explode for much anyway.
Does Palom have warp on Yoshi's side?
I believe so, but I'm not entirely certain.
Because if he doesn't, he wasn't up for that experience.
No, he
on either fight.
No. I mean, Luca Key is in hand, but is going to get through this, Soko is going to get through this Moorballs fight, and even Porn's going to stay upright for some XP here. The moment of truth, is Palom level 29? No, he isn't.
Luca Key very well may come into play for Yoshi here. And she is just seeing that and going, ah. But looking at her, likely she's looking at her tracker saying, okay, I've got the backup with that Luca Key. It's not as bad as it could have been.
I mean, I don't hate that angry stick there. It's not a key item, but so now we have a kind of really weird thing. What I'm kind of hoping for here is that we know Soko abandoned the adamant rock in the back. Oh, hey, look, Centipede's chest. That's wonderful. But Soko abandoned the adamant rock in the Mad Ogre's chest in upper battle. How funny would it be if Soko comes back here? Does res that Palom, because Soko's Palom is not there yet. Oh, there's a free crystal sword by the by. But what just happens? What just happens if, Soko comes there with the warp spell and we find a legend sword?
Shenanigans.
Yeah, Soko is not even trying to keep that black mage upright here. isn't even healing the Porum at this point. Just says, "I have these 3. This is what brought me here." And the thing is, that Rosa has 4 MP right now. Now this fight is a jump in, get your Mute Bell, and Mute Bell not fast enough. But Edge only took 99, so they're fine.
The got elemental defense with the protect ring in there. Rosa's got a fair amount of magic defense with that white shirt and life staff. So yes, not too bad.
Yep,
the new build coming out is still good because even though they're going to punch this round, they have the sleep spell afterwards.
Yeah, and more spells after that. Yeah, they and honestly, I'd rather them just get a little bit punchy here. And there's Quake for the kid on the other side here. Cecil being face down, not great here, but yeah, it's just Rosa not having the MP here. I kind of want to almost spread out Edge's Cecil's shots here because Edge is not going to one-shot any of these, and Cecil's kind of wasting a little bit of damage on the second swing here.
Cecil is really liking swinging at the same targets as Edge.
Yep, I mean, it is going to get through it here because the Mute Bell is off, and really, there's just not much worry about them punching that hard. Okay, Edge does get this swing for an actual kill there. And then the good news is Palom is up right here, so actually this combat here, as long as that ghost doesn't exactly punch Palom dead here, should... Oh, no, just punch Porum, that's fine. Yoshi getting the wonderful news about yet another crystal sword.
I think that's level 28 for Palom at the moment, yeah.
Yeah, I miscounted key items here. Yoshi's only at 9, so the double XP is not for either of them yet. And here comes another monster's chest with a next ghost fight here.
I'm surprised that Edge isn't getting quick enough for the Mute Bell to go off first. But not by much, because these ghosts are deceptively fast. And since there's 6 of them, if they get into the AQ first before anyone, they all will go.
Yep. Yeah, one goes, they all go here. Now they have 10. I just saw that XP from the last fight, and it did not look like 10 key item XP, which makes me kind of tilt my head, but maybe I just looked at it wrong. Let's see what happens after this Quake here. Oh, never mind. It is a 10 key items. I just can't. I thought I saw like 22k at that one. So
yeah, the last fight was the 2 centipedes.
Oh, that's
and
right.
That's the one with the lowest amount of experience in the area.
Meanwhile, Yoshi getting the news of, hey, would you like another holy sword here? Here's the big thing here. Both Roses on both of these parties here are. They're both kind of dry here on MP. There is, I mean, the grind has been good. We can see that it's definitely been helping here, especially Yoshi, who is getting those. But yeah, I would definitely try to get that Porum up on Soko's side, if just for the fact that that Ogopogo is still looming in the Leviathan spot, and you want pretty much all hands on deck to be blinking Cure 4 and Cure 3ing here. But yeah, they are at parity here, and just some arty arrows, and oh god, that's another chest there. Okay, that's the Morbles here, and Soko says, "I don't care. I'm gonna be." Wow. So that was.
That was perfectly timed by that mobile.
Yeah, dueling bad breaths here. You love to see it. So one of these two is going to get punched. Now, I believe that Soko's Palom, it did hit level 29 that last fight, and even if not, is going to get this... should get the Cecil swing to keep them both upright. Yep, that's fine. Oh, man. With the shape of both of these parties here, just a black shirt there. It's really hard. Now, Porn does have MP for both of them here. But actually, now that I look at it here, if Soko doesn't have any heal potions or ethers or any other, and yeah, the other two are silenced, Soko has actual no way of removing that frog status on those three here. Heal potions definitely worth it, and is thinking about it, is Cure 2ing up the Cecil and the Rosa and the Edge. This is a little spicy. We still have the...
not have the levels, but I think Porm's got everything she needs. I think Soko's seeing that and saying, I'm just going to go with these three, plus nothing down there anyway.
Yeah. I mean, that tent will give Cecil enough to drop some Asunas in. And yeah, those parties were in definite rough shape on the exit there. Yeah, that is confirmed level 31 on that Palom for Soko here. Dwarf on the table. And we know half of it is busted, but not the other half here. And Rosa is at level 37 on Yoshi's side. That is one level away from Cure 4, if memory serves.
Yeah. More importantly is that they both do have float available. Well, Yoshi is using it actively. Soko is not. Rather healing before every check, every chest check, basically.
Yeah. So here's the thing I'm thinking here, and I just lost my train of thought here. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, the Toad Lady chest here, and I believe the only other chest available would be the third ghost chest, if I recall.
Yeah, that is correct. And, well, here come the toadies.
Yeah, that fast edge is doing a lot of work here on Yoshi's side. Just able to deal with what they need to be dealt with beforehand. Has come up with a decent lead in levels here. And so I guess if you already have the Dark Command input with Edge, even if he gets frogged,
you have a frog throwing an Excalibur.
You have a frog throwing Excalibur, and that is the best thing I have seen ever right now. Like you have you have Palom here. Why not just throw the Quake and call it a day? There we go. Oh.
No, that's Toad back on Edge. Just get that out of the way.
And there is the final chest, which we know is the last set of ghosts. So we have not hit a key item out of this Sylph chest up to this point, as I believe that this was another Zonk here, that the Toad's chest that Soko's working on here. So if there is no key item here, man, I guess I forgot we do have Last Arm available. Last Arm is there. We also do have Lunar Hair Dryers. That could be something. We still have
big elephant in the room, which they've had for a long while, the Twin Harp.
And the fun thing is, one of these is going to come up into a chain of some sort, as Baron Key is still out there, Tower Key is still out there, and the Pan is still out there. And hey, you know what?
The Tower Key.
Oh, well, there we go. There's the Tower Key. Well. So that is... No, we're still not in go mode, because that is not an objective. But it is something I believe our runners would check fairly quickly. Now, Yoshi, I guess we do have the back of... I guess we do have Sealed Cave as well, because...
we have the Warrior Chest as well.
Yep. Oh, yeah, neither of them did... I thought one of them took the Warrior Chest.
found it, but then reset out. I think that was the case on one of them, their sides.
Yep, Yoshi's not staying for that. Yoshi says, I have levels. I have what I need. Let's go, Oh, no mute bell. Oh, yeah, those fire twos were, hitting beforehand there, so I'm gonna guess Edge has probably got that mute bell queued up here. Is gonna life stick up the Palom. It looks like there's the mute bell. Yeah, both of them are gonna have some decent levels here. Yoshi did have the benefit of 10 key items with that Adamant Rock in hand, and the Luca key actually as well, to get her to those 10 key items. But here it comes. Now the good news about this Antlion, at the very least, is that Edge has a veritable bounty of stuff to throw. And honestly, if I'm going after that Antlion, all hands may be on deck. The good, also in good news, is if we do remember what came out of Dwarf Castle, is Crystal Avenger Cecil is online.
Or Yoshi, maybe not quite for Soko yet. Hasn't gone over there. Might go there after the tower key check.
Yeah, that's again, those are kind of rude bosses, so I would say that yeah, now they are putting out plenty of damage. The front line of the mages has already gone down, but kind of expected not much less here. Is doing a respectable amount of damage. Does look like Yoshi's going to get through this fight here, so long as nothing untoward happens to Rosa at this point.
Rosa's blinked, so shouldn't be too bad. Well, was blinked, so shouldn't be too bad. Cecil taking all those counters, though, is a little bit more worrying on my side.
Yep. Rosa does have Cure 4, however, so this should be just a, with all that White Mage gear, wow, that is, oh, just for the Cure 3 here.
Oh, poor.
Oh, no. Hi, we're the Gauntlet, we're inside the Super Cannon room, and this, very quick check just went long.
But there goes Antlion. We get the wonderful non-key item of a life staff.
All right, third life staff, at least I believe third life staff for Yoshi, who did buy one, but yeah, that's
first objective down, though.
Yep, first objective down at an hour 13, hour 14. I mean, the way the key items have played out in this seed, that's alarming, but you're not really going to do much about it. Those key items have been hiding here, especially just trying to get into go mode, which we are still not.
Yeah, we are still either the Legend Sword, the Pink Tail, or the Rat Tail away. The places are limited for them, but you've got to get there. You've got to find it. The objective places aren't really key item checks.
No, and that's kind of the beauty of Potion Party, where if you see like all the first 5 quests they give you, the quests that are set in stone, all of them are terminal. They have, unless one of them is exactly demissed, you're not getting any key items. So basically, you're just coming down to say, hey, look, okay, I'm going to do these, but it's not going to lead to anything.
So we know our final objective does is elsewhere, but where do you go first?
And we still don't know what is lurking at Cave Bahamut, the Masa Altar, or the Giant here. So it's a tenuous go mode, even with one of those key items.
Yeah, Ogo here is punchy. He free K, but that's what you expect when you're when someone with no armor is in the front row, and you're up against one of the highest hitting spots of the game.
Yeah, Ogo pulls absolutely no punches here, and just anything like, again, just like last time, Yoshi can survive this so long as Ogo leaves Rosa alone. The gauntlet is down on Soko's side here, but I mean, the thing is, you want to blink here, but Rosa has to be sitting on Cure 4. Oh, is going for the blink here. Oh no, 1344, and that might be the match there. If Cecil
Cecil can't survive either a punch or a wave at that low hit points.
Yeah, I was thinking Edge stayed up. Yep, I was thinking if Edge stayed up, maybe Desperation Spoon, but no. Yeah, that Ogo is mean, and yeah, that's kind of the reason why I said at one point it's like you really want to have, like, Ogo is one of those where you want both those white mages up, even if you just have one of them on Cure 4 duty. You want that Porum alive. Just again, she doesn't have Cure 4, but she knows Cure 3 and Blink.
Yeah. This is a fight where you throw spoon. You've had it a while. Throw that spoon.
Oh yeah, you kitchen sink this fight. Well, I guess Edge does have image there. That's not bad either. Rosa going down there. Oh no, just a Dragon Whip off the tower key. Yeah, so Sylph Cave haunted. Completely haunted.
The wave is just about to come out, so I don't think I've got one more thing, but
Yoshi had
I don't think Rose is going to get a turn before the wave is going to come out.
Yoshi had stolen a Bacchus wine, used it on Cecil, and then Ogo said we're not going to have any of that right there. Chat pointing out that we have not checked Vanilla Waterfall and Vanilla D-Mist. The cheekiest of D-Mists could be hiding in either one of those, or heaven forbid, the package, which we know is Yang, I believe, wasn't it? Or does I think it's something else? No, we haven't even checked the package. Package is unchecked. We do okay. No, we know Rydia is in the. We do know Rydia is in the Tower of Zot. One of our runners hasn't been there. The other turned her down, not knowing that where Bahamut was.
But we haven't seen sights of the 7th. But at this point, I don't think anyone's going to be taken.
No. Speaking of nothing being taken, prisoners are not being taken by Ogopogo, who is still giving Yoshi all manners of fits. This is a rough fight, no matter how you slice it here. Edge takes the last of them. Will Rosa have enough time to get a Cure 4 here? Edge is berserking, is doing damage, but not anymore.
And yeah, you've got one objective. You've hit a wall in Ogo. You might be able to do it later, but I think after coming down here so many times already, we ignore that.
Fortunately, Yoshi is going to the tower key, which we know is a complete zonk with an alt. Oh wait, Yoshi has not even been a part of the tower.
Yeah, hasn't done anything, and we know the entire tower is nothing. Yeah, but Yoshi doesn't.
Nope, Soko does get both veils up here. Is going to have those reflects up, and one swing from Crystal Sword Cecil is almost there, but not enough. Unfortunate.
Soko is going to have a little bit of an advantage after this because she does have Warp on Palom, while Yoshi did not after the fights. So we are going to get our first look at the Luca cave item. If Yoshi wants that item, she's going to need to go through the entire cave.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, again, just for parity's sake, I am hoping to anything that it is exactly the Legend Sword resting down there. Just so both of them have a obscenely buried and or abandoned check back behind that they'd have to go back and get here. That is that's kind of rude, but I am in this for the hilarity sometimes.
Thinking about now Baigen and there. He has a right arm and a left arm. Do you think the last arm is his lost arm?
Okay, I have to keep this PG, so I'm not going to go with it.
I mean, he keeps restoring them back, so he might have just lost that one on the giant.
Okay, that's fair. I can give you that one. But anyway, Soko is going to get the good bad news of this being an Avenger. And then the moment of truth here. Here comes the warp spell. What's in the back of Sealed Cave? And it is it's a pan! We don't know what it is yet!
No, but it is another key item check. So this could be, it could still lead to that legend sword for you.
Very well could. Oh my, yeah. Soko is probably looking at that pan saying, where were you half an hour ago? And is beelining it straight to the Fey March here. Or Sylph Cave, sorry. Now, we do know that Sheila, or that Yang cannot have the goods. I mean, I guess, man, is there anything good he could really give to this party here? Like maybe a Stardust. Oh yeah, Moonveil. There you go.
Moonveil and Moonveil against that Ogo, placing that on Cecil is perfect.
Yeah, just because now you do have access to that Avenger on both sides here, so you do have the Crystal Avenger glitch available. Soko has not done Earth Crystal yet, wondering if that is on her radar here, even though we know that not much coming from there either here. And speaking of things that might have been useful for another party member, that's a Bahamut Orb. We do know Rydia exists in the seed, however, at an hour 23, I'm going to guess that neither is going to really be inclined here. Soko is going to the Fey March, has that pan in hand, and says, wait a minute. Oh, okay. Says, wait a minute, maybe I had a...
might be checking the here. Warrior chest.
Yeah, Warrior chest would be a good check here. Yep, and Yoshi getting the news of the alt gauntlet here.
Also finding out that tents don't actually revive your characters.
Oh, quite unfortunate about that here, and I don't think we've seen cabins much. Hey, you know, they could be on the moon here. Oh man, that is unfortunate here. We do see Porum at level 32 there on Soko's side does not have Cure 3 yet. Now the good news for this one here, oh, that's unfortunate because that's the one you would have liked there, is that Soko has set this up here so that that Cover Cecil is here and online, so that flame's not going to do much, but I mean you can just pick up that Palom with a life spell or a life potion, and or just let Cecil do it here. It is berserking.
Or you could just ask Berserk.
Oh, wait, panic.
Yeah, just let Cecil finish this. He can't get hurt.
Yep, go get him, Cecil. Oh, wait, that means, yeah, that's, Soko has been using this life staff to great effect, has saved a ton of money. Well, that saved a lot of life potions here as Cecil starts the grisly job of putting down the rest of these warriors, saying, "You want to be a warrior? That I'm a real warrior here."
Well, they are technically dark warriors, and Cecil's the like paladin, so
yeah, that makes sense. Oh, down goes Palom. He's not going to get the rewards here, and I don't know if that life, but nope. Okay, yep, Cecil's going to finish this up. What was in the warrior's chest? It's another crystal sword. Oh, I shouldn't be laughing at this, but Yeah. Yeah, that's nothing. And Soko is headed to the Fey March and is gonna run into the same problem as Yoshi here, as that is an extremely rude Canadian Note Noodle in the king slot. That is, it's gonna be a pain to defeat here.
It is, but she might be just thinking, let's kill the one that I know about. I'll try try Ogo once, and if that doesn't work, ignore it.
Yeah.
Antlion is so much easier, even though Antlion is no joke in that spot either.
No, not at all. But yeah, I'm kind of subscribing to what you were saying, especially with all the stuff we got out of the out of Sylph Cave. If I'm thinking about taking on that Ogopogo, I'm gonna Venture Glitch Cecil, and I am going to throw everything, including the Crystal Sink, with Edge there. Yeah, that just kind of seems something where that Dart command is lit up, and it's just like, you want to throw it, throw everything.
That spoon needs to be the first thing you throw.
Yep.
Absolutely. You don't take Ogopogo lightly in this game.
Yep.
Do everything you can.
Yoshi getting the terrible news of just a Dragon Whip in there, and is going might be going back for Warrior's Chest here. Did gain a couple levels up top there. Yeah, is going back for that Warrior's Chest. So is going to have a little bit more XP. Soko did get the okay, so oh, well, you can't throw the spoon when berserked, unfortunately, but it does have that Crystal Venger Cecil going. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's going to be enough damage, especially with Rosa getting knocked down. The life, that one's going to come out. It's going to knock down Edge, and yeah, it's just how fast this fight can go south here. Now Cecil
I think this is fine. I think because Cecil was doing so much and is in the back row, and
yeah, he needs somebody else to take that next hit.
With Rosa set up for Cure 3 here, yeah, I think Ogopogo's down.
That might be it here. Yeah, that Soko might. Yeah, that got everybody out of weight range here. Another big hit from Cecil, and this might be done. Yeah.
And just showing up a Cure 2 here. Yeah, sure it's Cure 2, but it's enough.
It felt a little low-rolled, but that Avenger, Crystal Avenger Cecil got it done. Ogopogo is down, and that is a huge pickup for Soko here. And just some more Zeus gauntlets, but I believe that's just the second pair, so I think those are live. Put them on your attacker of choice there that doesn't have them, but yeah, that means Soko should be able to take down this Antlion here, and all of a sudden here, is gonna, like, that's kind of gonna forgive the Adamant Rock here, because even if Yoshi does find that Legend Sword, that just puts them in objective parity at that point.
Yeah, and we're still looking for that pink tail or rat tail.
Pink tail, rat tail, and yeah, the question is, Yoshi, where are you going? And no, everybody's healed up, I guess. Nope, we're going for rest here. I didn't see if everybody was healed up, but yeah, that's yeah, even Porum got some of that. Yeah, oh yeah, the Crystal Sword, Ninja Power Zeus. Yeah, that Cecil is gonna hit. He's gonna hit a lot, and he's gonna hit pretty hard here, as Yoshi does launch the whale to the moon here. And I would wager that hair dryers is likely going to be the first thing checked here.
Hair dryers, and while you're up here, you've got levels. Do the 2 objectives. Maybe go down through the giant, and then see what's left after that.
Yep, and did not throw the spoon at the Ogopogo, but did just throw the spoon at the Antlion here. Is playing it a little, is playing it definitely a lot close to the chest here with these counters here. Cecil only taking 200 some there. Yeah, Edge is taking what we said about that Ogopogo here and just saying, okay, well, that's nice, but I'm going to throw everything at this antlion instead.
Which is fair enough. Antlion is a very good target for the kitchen sink.
Yep, and down it goes. Very cleanly done here. Soko is through both of the Fey March bosses and is up in objectives now as Yoshi does finish up that hairdryer's chest and gets the crystal. It's a Zog too.
We can go and see Zeromus. I'm sure he's happy in the back there. He might even then chat to you. And he might see the crystal and say, oh, that's nice.
Okay, so this is telling me here that we have exactly 2 more spots here that both of them have crossover. Like, we do know Soko has not done the Earth Crystal here, and Flame Dog, for that matter. So that could be in Soko's mind here of 2 places to check. D-Mist is still out there, Last Arm is still out there, and we have Faded Music this entire time. Dangerous.
We've also got that pan turning.
Oh yeah, we haven't turned in that second part of Pan. Yeah, that is absolutely correct. And Soko
which Yoshi can't get to unless she goes through the entirety
what
of the
interesting seed this is, as Soko is landing here at Fabul to turn in the second part of Pan. It's highly unlikely that this is a Zonk anymore, just because there are almost no more spots available. Could be, but
Odin hears
here.
middling, and he's going to hit hard, but at least his punches. But the Odin attack will not. So
the good news is that Edge has been kitted out with a. And I missed Sheila too there. What did Soko see here?
Oh.
I was looking away as I was going. Pan was a song. Oh no. Crystal Ring. I mean, I love me some Crystal Ring, but so Soko, I would believe here is going to Troy here. Has an Earth Crystal, has a harp, and which way is Soko going to go here?
You've got to go for the harp first.
Got to go for the harp. He is not going for the harp. He is going for that Earth Crystal there, which we know is dead.
Oh. Well, not technically because it's the Luca key, but yeah, it is.
Yeah, well, we know it's dead. And yet another Avenger as Yoshi pulls even in the objective count. We are 2-2 now. And wow, this is a seed, and this feels like what I just ran yesterday, with all the stuff being just tossed into the back of the seed, wherever it is. We'll fit it in there somewhere. We're packing for a trip here. Oh man.
Alright, let's see if we can spy our 7th character here on the moon. And yeah, Yoshi is completing the objectives on the moon before heading back down.
I mean, you're already up here, so
yeah, going through the giant, doing the trap chest, the last arm trap chest. There is our 7th character, Sid. Nope.
Sid awake at 1 hour, 34 minutes, and 40 some odd seconds, wondering what all the hubbub was about, and Edge just looks over at him and says, dude, don't bother, go back to sleep, you want no part of this.
Yep. Yeah, Yoshi going down, Soko heading up to the Zotso, our counter Wyvern, which if the Wyvern earlier couldn't get a turn, I think this one's going to have an even worse time.
I mean, we did see the Witchburn being, I believe it was the Antlion counter here, but unfortunately, Cecil just did half of his HP in one go and is almost lining up to take that second swing here. Edge is helping, and here comes the Crystal Sword, and there goes the Wyvern.
Well, that wasn't much of a counter, was it?
No, I suppose Wyvern was very slow to that counter, unfortunately for the Wyvern, but fortunately for Soko, didn't have to deal with it. Gets a little bit more XP on the kids there. Yoshi is heading down, and man, what do we have here at this Masamune altar?
Right now, because of the way this it's been playing out, I'm expecting DKC.
I mean, that could be a huge heaping, helping, and pain man down there, right there, that nobody wants to see. And if it is Pain Man, do you start poking your head in these and just doing a few boss checks and saying, hey, are you the D-Mist?
I'd rather probably go and just complete Giant, do Last Arm, because there's going to be a chain down there somewhere that leads you to Legend, the Rat Tail, the Pink Tail.
You know, that's not DKC, but those are some Mega Sisters, and this spot has some pretty gnarly magic attack here. These Fire 2s here are going to come out and hit going to hit Edge for just a casual 2600.
That's a fire. That's a level 2 spell.
Yes.
Hitting for almost 3,000. That tells you everything about this spot magic now.
Yeah, and never mind the physicals aren't you aren't really scared of that here, but yeah, this Lit 2 just pour him for pal him for 1600. He has just a little bit more in terms of the magic defense here. So yeah, the whole thing here is you want to get rid of generally the front sister as quickly as possible to stave off these reflected spells, because here comes that Ice 2 and by Edge again. That's
one's Virus.
90% of your hit points here. Yeah, next one's Virus. So, oh, poor him, you sweet summer child. That blink is not going to do anything to the Virus here. Especially with that wall coming on and blocking it here. Yeah, Cecil's not going to take anything for that physical, but here comes the Virus, and Rose is not going to survive that.
That blink's also going to be reflected back.
Oh no! Oh no! I'd say even with Sandy down, the thing is,
Mindy's still there.
Mindy's still there. Mindy's going to keep reflecting. Oh no, Mindy! Oh, the wall fell off.
That might just have saved Yoshi.
Yeah.
That.
Now, mind you, he's only got so long to actually kill Cindy here, because one sister is down, and yep, there's the remedy. So
yeah,
the question is,
here comes a nice 2. Cecil is still swinging.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, here comes the refreshed wall. Here comes a Virus.
Yeah, and Purim's down. Yoshi will have to reset here because. Yeah.
And meanwhile, Soko is thinking about that chest that she left there. Now, we know it is half an objective, which is unfortunately, only half of an objective. It could be very big here, and I believe there are probably a few people in our chat right now who are probably holding that twin harp up sky high right now and saying, hey, go check this.
Yeah, but neither runner is anywhere near it. Soko was just was close a moment ago, but she literally just said no, and Yoshi was in the same thing, and she was there much earlier and simply said no. It's going to be their last objective. It's going to be their last check, and this is why you don't leave some things like this. Yeah, they're long-winded, but they pay off a lot more than you might.
Oh yeah, that's now again, we know that the Luca key is dead, but Yoshi doesn't know that. And how much is that lack of warp just going to be sitting in the back of her head? Like, what if my opponent had the warp spell?
They've had. She knows that Palom has been there since the very start. She's going to. It's going to be there in her mind that Soko has done that warp glitch. Could very well be a check late after the giant.
Yep. So if I'm Soko here, I know I mentioned it before that adamant rock came off of came off of the last chest here, and Soko's like, wait, where's my chest here? Oh no, you have one more chest to go back there. Uh-oh.
Yeah, she doesn't realize where it is. This isn't a chest that you think about. It's the very last one, and
oh yeah,
so, both of these runners are fairly new to Free Enterprise and not quite realizing exactly where this one is. So yeah.
As a vanilla player, I love that chest. That chest has 83,000 gold in it. There, so yeah, Soko is gonna finish up this mag over fight, no problem. Is going to get that adamant rock, and then I say just go up, and this party is well strong enough. Go and slap that KQE spot in the face. I don't care what it is at this point, because at this point you're never gonna come back for the demist anyway, and it's just kind of a little bit of peace of mind. I mean, for all we know, that demist could be like in the back of Giant. But anyway, the Magus Sisters are done. Stardust Rod for Yoshi. And now Yoshi has questions. And honestly, now this is a different thing. If I'm Yoshi, I think long and hard about going to the Giant now. Last Arm chest is a chest that exists. And
so being given the unfortunate news that once you get down to this stage, warp doesn't work.
Yeah, that Last Arm chest is likely live here, and you can pick it up as you're going to go do your Giant objective, hopefully. I mean, Pain Man at CPU is the thing that can still exist. Oh man.
It has to be exactly that. I don't think anything else at CPU can really put a dent in.
I mean,
now.
Something kind of really simple, like just even like a water hag who just wants to go punch, is kind of scary there, because that CPU slot has near maxed out, physical and magic attacks there. No, neither Judge Joe, neither runner did check KQE. KQE is still technically a demist hiding spot here. Soko is leaving the both of them have like levels which you would I mean I would take Zeromas with these teams right now, saying how much XP they have, and Yoshi is going to get even more of that here going to the Giant. The question is, where does Soko go?
The thing about Demist is at this stage it can only gate one of the key items. There's two on the table that are optional terminal items, which is the Legend Sword and the Pink Tail. So Demist can only lead to one, so the other one is out there somewhere, not gated by it.
All right, so Soko has headed to the whale here and is going to the Giant as well here, so last arm parity will be achieved here at the very least. As Yoshi is at last arm here. There's the fission. Isn't really going to do much, I think. Yeah, it had no real AP.
Nice. 5 times.
Yep. Was that the Baron Key?
That was Baron Key.
We are still not in go mode.
That one there could gate both of them. Both the Legend Sword and the Pink Tail.
Or both tails.
Or all three. You could have the Legend Sword and the Rat Tail, which leads to the Pink Tail.
Yeah, well, I mean, Demus is running out of spots to hide here.
Oh no, he can't, because Odin isn't.
Yeah, Odin is not part of the. Yeah. And that is, I believe we've already seen Mylon and Friends, so that should be Mylon Z, which is wonderful news for our runners, as there's an angry paladin on board here who is going to chip away at that 65,000 hit points, 99.99 at a time.
And the punches here aren't exactly bad, especially when you've got a white shirt on a Rosa. Yeah, she's not going to die. Cecil in the back row. Yeah, this is fine.
Yep. Yeah. And I mean, this is probably good news for Yoshi here. Good and bad news, because this is going to be, I mean, the XP you're going to get off of here, at the point at the end of this, Horm is going to have Cure 4. So I mean, you're going to be strong enough just to kind of, that Ogo's not going to be as much of a threat here. It's still going to be a threat, but when your front row is getting enough HP to potentially just ward off blows from it, it's
Yeah. Wizard equipment is a good thing. I think Palam's got a wizard hat on. Porum, I think, has might be the least defended against it, but it's still, the attacks aren't. Yeah, yeah, definitely not defended against that.
Yep. All right. So yeah, that Mylon getting a little punchy still, but nothing Cecil can't handle. And yep, there goes Mylon on Yoshi's side. Soko just getting into the fight here, gets that poison message. Thankfully, is well versed in Crystal Avenger. Cecil says, "Well, you thought you stopped me from berserking, but you really didn't."
Levels are a little bit lower on Soko's side because Yoshi has done the 2 moon objectives, but Crystal Sword Cecil Avenging doesn't really care. So this is going to take just about as much time as it did on Yoshi's side.
Yep, yeah. I mean, they had Edge berserking too, and Soko did miss a berserk swing from Edge, as unfortunately this Mylon can't stop Cecil, but will stop Edge apparently here, as has been just continually poisoning the Edge. So status priority has kept the Edge from berserking here. But yeah, hey, why not just throw a fire 3 or 2 into this? Or that was I'm not sure what Palam was casting actually.
Well, the Dolls at CPU is probably they're going to hit 6 times, so they're going to hurt that way, but the attack power is mostly on the big doll.
Yeah,
so this shouldn't be too bad as long as you can avoid that.
Yeah, the HP here isn't the biggest. Palam with all those levels, this Quake should one-shot here, and that is indeed what it does, and Yoshi is now done with the Giant. So now we have a Baron Key, we've still got a Twin Harp, and Yoshi still has Luca in the back of her mind possibly here. I mean, Soko did do Earth Crystal, so yeah, Yoshi is up a couple moon bosses, and this one here, and yeah, that's about it here. Yeah, that Mylon was giving Soko the business with all those poison punches there, but
that was the limit, though. Didn't stop Cecil. That fight was, as we suspected, just about as long as Yoshi's.
Yep. Meanwhile, Riddy in the back of Giant waking up and saying, "Wait, is this seed still not done yet?" And they're like, "Yes, it's that rude."
Find the well back over to the Enterprise, and the Enterprise is waiting there going, you're still needing me? And we're going, yep.
Sid is
take
likely
us
just,
somewhere.
Yeah, Sid's just on top of the Enterprise saying, well, you know what, yeah, it's I don't know what we're doing here, but yeah, and Yoshi is going straight for that Baron key. Oh, Cecil still has an Avenger on there. Here comes that Quake. That should mean Soko is through here as well.
Indeed she is. So that's objective number 3 for Soko. Does she follow that Baron key first before going to the moon?
That is one very interesting question here. Oh, man.
I think she will. Mostly because she's had that Darkness Crystal for a while and not really followed it to finish it up. She knows she still needs one key item, the Rat Tail, Pink Tail Legend Sword. If she can get 2 of them from Baron, and the Rat Tail leading to another one,
yeah,
that means she only has to do one objective up top.
Yeah. And is taking the whale straight to... that's looking like a... no, that's Mysidia. Is landing at Mysidia. What's a Mysidia? Oh, the Enterprise.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, there's Pain Man, having already usurped the Baron throne here, as Soko is going to match that play, heading here. Now, hear me out. This could still zonk. With demons, yeah. It's a low possibility, but this could still miss.
Oh.
Because Rat Tail would have to be hiding either Pink or the Legend Sword at that point in time, which means they would be behind exactly Demist and the Twin Harp Jack. Yes.
If this is any one of the Rat Tail or Pink Tail or Legend Sword though, Yoshi does that quickly and heads back to Flame Arch because Ogo should not be an issue with all these levels now.
Oh no, not at all. Yoshi is in the driver's seat. It does look at this point here. Again, unless this turns out... That's the Pink Tail. Okay, that is go mode finally here. Behind Baron, we do have a Pink Tail.
So Twin Harp or Demist is holding likely the Rat Tail, which leads to the Legend Sword. That would be my guess.
It's either that or the Rat Tail has Bupkis too, but you know.
Yeah.
I mean, Ribbon, I understand, because I totally want to know where Demus is hiding as well here, but I don't think we're going to get to see it here, because Soko's going to come up with the same... Oh, and did you want more Angry Sticks? Because we have more Angry Sticks.
Maybe we can throw that Angry Stick at a angry Sea Snake, and the Sea Snake can get even angrier.
I mean... To be fair, I'm pretty sure Yoshi is pretty angry at that Sea Snake. And it does appear to be revenge time very soon. Yoshi is headed back there. Soko is going to get the alert that Go Mode is here. I mean, to be fair, I mean this Demus could just be hiding out of Z, just just sitting around a poker table with the rest of the bosses unfought here, saying, man, I am tired of these adventures hunting me down every seed. Nobody's coming here these days. You mind if I hang out here?
We need company. We can put the crystal into the pot that they've got there, and they can wager over it, I suppose. See who turns up first.
So that's how Golbez got it. He wanted a poker game. That's entirely there. Yes. Huh. Soko does have that Pink Tail in hand and is rushing to go pick up that. I'm going to be extremely interested in the key item rundown as soon as it's done. Yoshi is headed off to this Ogopogo, while not free, should be a lot easier with, those are Zeromus ready levels right there. Okay.
Here comes Zeromus, here comes Soko's Avenger. Soko is going to be heading off to the moon after this. Cave Bahamut, Mazamune Altar isn't going to be too far behind, but Yoshi just needs to win this fight.
Yep, Yoshi's going straight to the Bacchus with Edge here, which is probably actually the other thing you do other than throw here. Cecil has Bacchus as well, so no throwing things here. And yeah, Rose is going straight to the Cure 4, taking no chances whatsoever. Porum still gets bonked for more than about 133% of her own hit points there.
Edge doing in 3,000 to 4,000, Cecil doing in 5,000 to 6,000. At most 1 or 2 more swings.
Yeah, this is pretty academic here. This other wave is going to come out. Cure 4 is going to, or Cure 3 in this case. But yeah, with the amount of damage being put out here, this should just be a matter of time, and it would have been really great had he faded on that last sus. There he goes. Okay, yep, there he goes. That is all 6 objectives that Yoshi needs here. Get your GGs out here, and we'll have the official time in just a little bit here. Gets the news of the Zeus Gauntlets here, and Soko is headed to... there, we do have our congratulations. Get your GGs out for YoshiKyon, our winner here, and does win this for the team here with an official time of somewhere in the 157.40 area, but we're gonna see if she has any more energy to actually run to actually get an interview after that marathon of a seed there.
And we might, and we'll be looking for the rundown on our thing. See where that twin harp did lead, because we're almost certain that it gave something. But I do believe we have been joined by YoshiKyon. Congratulations on the win for both today, yourself and your team.
Hi, yeah, thanks. Terrifying, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you already have the after race breakdown if you weren't off grabbing like a glass of water or something after that marathon there. But there were only very few checks between the two of you that were left unchecked here, and I do have to ask one thing right now: is how much was that? What was that Luca key or the lack of warp glitch when you got there and Pal was only level 27? That how much in the back of the mind is that right now to you, or was that, I guess?
I spent the rest of the seed. I'm just like, I either have to go back immediately or I'm never doing it. Like, it's one or the other. And at that point, I'm not doing it. So the entire time I'm panicking. And then as I'm getting to the end, I'm like, I'm missing 6 items and I have like 8 checks left in the entire game. And that's one of them. And I've not found B-Mist either. So I'm like, oh, is it worth it at this point? I'm just like, no, I've just got to keep following the chain of items, keep pushing as close to the end as I can get.
I'm guessing Golbez was a deciding factor in not trying to go back to that.
I don't know. As soon as I finished the Dwarf Castle, and I was like, I thought I had warp, just instinctively. I check the menu and I see it's not there. I'm like, oh my god, this is okay. Whatever, move on. Just don't worry about it now. And as soon as I go into the next check in Sylph Cave and I get warp from the next fight, it's just like, okay.
Yeah, and that was a rude Fey March there. Ogopogo giving everybody the business there, unfortunately. Yeah, I missed all those Bacchus you stole, which actually did turn out to be quite the play there as well. I'm kind of just waiting to see if that D-Mist did actually have the Because I think both of us were saying, "Hey, go do harp," and nobody did, and it could have been the DMS there. It's going to be something where neither of us know, as Soko is going down to LST here, 5 out of 6 objectives in hand, and is going to be squaring off with the Mega Sisters here in just a little bit. But yeah, again, congratulations. Your group does win, gets the 3 points, and does put that under your belt for the next. Oh no, that is Demis. So Demis did have the rat tail.
Yoshi, that Mega Sisters fight up there. How when the spells came, the first attempt, that when the spells came out, was you a little bit surprised by how bad that actually was?
I was expecting a lot less damage. I also every single fight I went into from about the 1 hour 10, 1 hour 20 mark, every single time I went into a fight, I was like, I need to remember that I have the Avenger and put it on Cecil. And every single time I got to Bacchus, and that was it. My mind was empty. So
Why does that?
Once I got to the Vega Sisters, afterwards I'm just like, I could have made this so much easier for myself. Why did I do this? And more than the damage from the Mega Sisters, I wasn't expecting how much damage they did, but more than anything, I was mad at myself when I messed the blink up and ended up blinking one of them. I was like, no, just...
We thought you had an out when the wall fell off of Cindy and Mindy started it hurting her own sister, but didn't quite get you back into win range.
There were so many fights that felt so close, and a lot of it is kind of learning those boundaries. I very much am used to playing with all of the damage ever, and so kind of relearning okay, what can I take at what levels and what ranges has been an experience. But I had all the damage in this seed, and I was so caught up on everything I've learned that I just didn't play as though I had that damage output.
But then again, there were some really rude boss locations. Mega Sisters, Ogopogo, even the Antlion was a little bit as well. But you got through them, and well, you got the win. So congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm nervous. I feel like I've not stopped to breathe for the last 2 hours, but it's first between one first win out the way. It's kind of a little easier from here.
That scene that goes that long, you're definitely looking over your shoulder. So much experience when the seed is that long, and you're just thinking, wait, where is this? Surely my opponent didn't jump down a rabbit hole forever, right? I'm not sure.
My only hope is that we ended up doing basically the same things at that point, because I'm either going for some wild gamble, but once it gets that late, it's like, well, there's only so many gambles left. I've done everything else.
Yep. One more congratulations here, and oh no, Soko did. Unfortunately, that Mega Sisters fight did not go. Those Mega Sisters are rude. There with tier 2 spells is for 2,500 plus, and that virus nearly going for 5k. Yeah, that's a rough place to find them there. But again, take a break. That seed there. That was an extremely hot mess there. So again, I just congratulate people for finishing this thing.
Yeah, it's like a bad seed. Whatever, it happens. I will take a win any way I can get it at this point.
You earned that one. You very much earned that one. Trust us.
We'll let you go. Go take a drink of water. Go breathe. Go relax. Have a good evening.
Yes.
Thank you. Thanks so much for the restream.
Mm-hmm. And looking that up, that is a win there for Man, I can totally like do two things at the same time here because I'm like, wait a minute, that is a win for New Moon there, which does put their team to 1-1 there. So they do get the 3 points for this week here. Excuse me. So they will be advancing to the next week with 3 points, 1-1 there. So again, another congratulations there. As Soko's next fight against the Mega Sisters looks to be going a little bit better here. Edge is Edge must have got a pro ring or something there. Yep, there it goes. There goes Cindy. The fight is basically won at this point.
Like just that.
Yep.
So, so congratulations to Soko. Finishing up her seed. Not taking the win today, but honestly, just getting through that entire entire thing, I suppose we could just call it. That works.
Yep, and we are joined by, and I hope I'm getting this right this whole time, but SokoSonex, I believe.
Yep, that's correct.
Awesome. Okay, and GG there came up kind of a little bit short, but honestly, with a seed like that, that was. I'm not sure what kind of words I would put that seed into here.
I was doing all the checks I could, just hoping, oh, maybe I'll find a tail and I won't necessarily have to do giant right away.
Yeah, it turned out giant might have been one of the tamer checks out there, given what it was with just Crystal Sword Week Cecil there in Dolls. But yeah, that's just I think they buried everything. We're just talking here about, man, this is just so easy. They'll turn in a couple tails. They won't have to do some bosses, and then Ogo Pogo happened.
And then Ogo Pogo happened. Like honestly,
for you, Soko, Ogo was easy. You got through that pretty well. It's just everything else just seemed buried for you.
But yeah, I just couldn't. I gave Cecil a Crystal Sword and an Avenger, and I was set for the game. I just couldn't find anything.
I mean, to be fair, that's not all you needed.
And when I first saw the Crystal Sword in the shop, I was like, oh, I can't afford this. And then I opened the Earth Crystal, and I was just like, well, I can afford everything now.
And then you found 3 more. Was it 3 or was it 2?
It was 2 or 3, yeah.
Yeah.
There were so many holy swords being handed out during that seed. I have no idea. Apparently, sale on holy swords because it certainly was not on key items. So we do know after watching. I don't know if you watched the post-race breakdown of the key items. So we do know that Demas did have the rat tail, and the rat tail was gating the legend sword. So we still don't know where Demas is to this day.
And we never will. But what are you're one of the newer runners, Soko. What I know you've got friends of the community, and that's why you come in joining them in the team. What are your initial impressions of the randomizer?
It's a lot of fun. This is only my second race, but I've played a few seeds just because I'm very close with Zoe, and Zoe is obviously very involved with Free Enterprise. V encouraged me to enter and told me that it would be just a lot of fun, just to have a good time, and I'd improve, and I have. But it's just a lot of fun to sit down and play. I've been having a great time with it.
I'm glad that's how it's worked out for you. We created this tournament with that in mind, so it's great to have you come in and just enjoy yourself running with your friends and as well as improving, and as you said you have. So I'm glad you're here and are having that fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the next one.
Yep. and that's all it really is about. I mean, hey, winning is nice, but I mean, as long as we're all having fun here, I mean, that's why I always keep coming back there. And yeah, I'm glad to hear that more people are getting into this and having their fun with it. And yeah, and again, you played well. It's just that seed was probably one of the worst ones I have seen roll for Potion Party ever.
It was just so rude with all the item placements.
Mm-hmm.
Go in, do a key item check, get a Crystal Sword or an Avenger. I think there were like 3 or 4 Avengers in there too.
Yeah, definitely. I remember at least 3, but yeah, that's just Pinktail, Dwarfs, somewhere in Sylph. It had everything except key items. But yeah.
At least Edge could throw them.
At least Edge could throw them. Through all the Excaliburs I found too.
He did have a lot to chuck at things, including was it you that had the frog Edge throw the Excalibur?
I misclicked there, yeah, and I just didn't care because
Yeah,
it was just like Excalibur at that point.
Yeah, we wasn't expecting the Excalibur to be thrown by a frog. So thank you for showing that.
Do it up and then he got frogged.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, we learn new things about this game all the time, and hey, we just learned today that if you get frogged while you have that input, well, I guess what? You still get the throw.
We'll be looking forward to your next races. I'm sure we'll see you again out there, and good luck for them going forward.
Yeah, thank you. I'll be looking forward to my next one.
Well, I think that is about to do it here. Again, a big thanks to both of our runners here, YoshiKyon and SokoSonex. A huge thanks to Poidrak, who got to call this huge marathon with me here. Dubword for the tracking, and Xenocat for the beautiful seed that was there. We got to enjoy a lot of it there. So hey, we got full coverage. That went great here. So yeah, and I would guess here that we do have a race going on over in FE Prime here. As always, we do not spoil the race here. Our mods are armed with newspapers to the teeth, apparently. I've been kind of afraid of them, but yeah. Poidrak, anything else before we head over that way?
We need to enjoy. Thank you for being around, and enjoy the rest of the runs that are going on now and coming up in the future. Lots more excitement, lots more entertainment. Have a good one, everyone.